Thị Nhung was born on March 25, 1990, in Hanoi, Vietnam, in a family where sports were not a prominent part of daily life. Growing up in a modest household, Nhung's parents placed importance on her education and well-being but didn't have an established background in athletics. Despite this, Nhung developed a natural affinity for physical activities from an early age. From the age of 6, Nhung began participating in local school sports programs, showing a particular interest in running. Her school was known for its emphasis on physical fitness, and Nhung's talent in athletics quickly became apparent. She was known for her speed and endurance, easily outpacing her classmates in various events such as sprints and middle-distance races. Her teachers and coaches immediately took note of her potential. At the age of 10, Nhung joined a local athletics club in Hanoi, where she began receiving formal training in track and field. Her talent for sprinting was evident, and with the help of dedicated coaching, she honed her skills in short-distance races, particularly the 10 and 200-meter sprints. Throughout her childhood and early teenage years, Nhung's passion for running grew, and she quickly became known as one of the brightest young prospects in Vietnamese athletics. Breaking into the competitive scene. The national stage. Thị Nhung's official entry into the competitive athletics scene came at the age of 14, when she participated in her first national youth athletics competition. Despite being relatively new to the high-level competition, Nhung's performances were impressive. She captured the attention of coaches from the Vietnam national athletics team, who immediately saw her potential for further development. Recognizing her speed and agility, they invited her to train with the national team. At 16, Nhung made her debut at the Vietnam National Athletics Championships, competing in the 100 meters and 200 meters sprints. Although she did not win any medals initially, her times were competitive, and her performances continued to improve steadily. This period marked the beginning of her transition from a local athlete to a nationally recognized sprinter. The years between 2006 and 2010 were formative for Nhung. She underwent rigorous training with top-level coaches, focusing on technique, speed endurance, and mental preparation. As a teenager, she faced the challenges of balancing her education and intense training schedule, but her determination and passion for athletics kept her motivated. By 2010, she had become one of the leading young sprinters in Vietnam. Career peak, national and regional glory. Southeast Asian Games success. Thị Nhung's career reached a significant milestone in 2011, when she was selected to represent Vietnam in the 26th Southeast Asian Games, (SEA Games), held in Jakarta, Indonesia. The SEA Games are one of the most prestigious sporting events in Southeast Asia, and Nhung's selection to compete in such a high-profile tournament marked the beginning of her rise to prominence. In the 2011 SEA Games, Nhung competed in the 100 meters and 200 meters sprints as well as the 4x100 meters relay. Her preparation for the Games had been meticulous, and she was in the best shape of her career. The competition in Southeast Asia was fierce, with some of the region's best sprinters vying for the top spots. In the 100-meter sprint, Nhung surprised many by finishing in second place, winning a silver medal for Vietnam. Her performance in the 200 meters, however, was even more impressive. She finished in first place, securing Vietnam's first-ever gold medal in the event. Nhung's victory in the 200-meter sprint at the 2011 SEA Games was a breakthrough moment in her career. It not only made her a national hero in Vietnam but also established her as one of the top sprinters in Southeast Asia. Her achievements in the 100 meters and 200 meters were met with widespread acclaim, and she became a role model for young athletes across the country. Dominance in national competitions. Following her success at the SEA Games, Thị Nhung continued to dominate at the Vietnam National Athletics Championships. Between 2012 and 2015, she won numerous national titles in the 100 meters, 200 meters, and 4x100 meters relay events. Nhung's performances in these competitions were unmatched, and she became the undisputed leader of Vietnamese sprinting during this period. Her consistency and ability to perform under pressure were key to her success. Whether in individual events or as part of the relay team, Nhung's speed and composure were pivotal in securing victories for herself and her teammates. In 2014, she set a new national record in the 200 meters at the national championships, clocking an impressive time of 23.5 seconds. This achievement further solidified her status as one of the best sprinters Vietnam had ever produced. Asian Championships and regional glory. Lê Thị Nhung's success extended beyond the national level. In 2013, she competed at the Asian Athletics Championships in Pune, India, where she faced stiff competition from some of Asia's top sprinters. In the 200 meters, Nhung finished in fourth place, narrowly missing out on a medal, but her performance was seen as a major step forward for her career. Her ability to compete at such a high level against athletes from countries like China and Japan proved that she could hold her own on the continental stage. She returned to the Asian Athletics Championships in 2015 and, despite fierce competition, finished fifth in the 200 meters and sixth in the 100 meters, continuing to show her potential at the highest level. Nhung's career was beginning to gain international recognition, and she was becoming one of Vietnam's most well-known athletes. Main achievements. Lê Thị Nhung's career is marked by several significant accomplishments. Gold and silver medals at the SEA Games. Her triumph in the 200 meters at the 2011 SEA Games remains one of the most significant achievements of her career, along with her silver medal in the 100 meter. National champion in multiple events. Between 2012 and 2015, Nhung won multiple national titles in the 100 meters, 200 meters and 4x100 and 100 meters relay, dominating the Vietnamese sprinting scene. National record holder. In 2014, Nhung set a new national record in the 200 meters with a time of 23.5 seconds, further cementing her place in Vietnam's athletics history. Top 10 finishes at the Asian Athletics Championships. Nhung's consistency at the continental level saw her achieve strong finishes in the 100 meters and 200 meters at the Asian Athletics Championships. Challenges and setbacks. As with any elite athlete, Lê Thị Nhung's career was not without its challenges. After her peak performances in the 2011 SEA Games and 2012-2015, she faced several injuries that affected her consistency. The demands of training at the highest level took a toll on her body, and she had to manage several setbacks, including muscle strains and joint problems. Despite these challenges, Nhung remained committed to her career, undergoing intense rehabilitation and adjusting her training regimen to avoid further injuries. In 2016, Nhung failed to secure a medal at the SEA Games, which was a major blow to her career. However, she took this setback in stride, using it as motivation to work harder and refine her technique. Final years and transition. By 2018, at the age of 28, Lê Thị Nhung began to slow down her competitive career. While she remained a top contender in national competitions, she recognized the physical demands of sprinting and the toll it had taken on her body. She officially retired from international competition in 2020, transitioning into a coaching role for the Vietnamese national athletics team. As a coach, Nhung focused on mentoring young sprinters, passing on her wealth of experience to the next generation of athletes. Her ability to nurture talent and her deep understanding of sprinting techniques made her an invaluable asset to the team. Nhung also took on roles in promoting athletics at the grassroots level, working to develop sports infrastructure and provide opportunities for young athletes across Vietnam.